My name is Carrie.
I'm Janine.
And we are from the Passionate Home in Langley. Welcome to our Idea Lady live video that we do every Friday morning here at 9:30. Candace is also here behind the camera.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. So thank you so much for joining us. If you're there, please say hello. And as always, if you have any questions as we're going, type them in. And Candace will read them out to us.
And if we don't get to them, type them in again later when we post this video on our Instagram TV or Facebook, because sometimes we miss it and then they disappear. So type them in again later.
Oh, that is true. Yeah, we have had that little problem, right?
Yeah.
If you're typing a question when we're live, we don't see it later. So yeah.
Good morning, Mark. Mark's first one on.
Oh, good morning, Mark. Oh, you're gonna love today. So we were actually planning on interviewing a fellow entrepreneur this morning, but we've had a little change of plans, and we're going to move Amber from botany to next week. And so this week we have a very exciting guest. We are so lucky and blessed to work with Lori, our interior design consultant, and she is a whiz with crafts and just making beautiful
DIY
spaces.
Yeah.
And so we mentioned last week that we got in these new decoupage papers.
Yeah, we have a bit of a problem.
Yeah, a bit of a problem. They are all so beautiful.
So beautiful.
Right? Yeah.
That
I can't pick.
I can't pick. So we thought, well, actually, Lori volunteered to be our guest today and show you how to use these papers. Like if I step to the side here, check out what we came to work to.
Lori created this.
This is a custom art using these decoupage papers, and we're super excited to have Lori here today to show us how to do this. So,
Lori, come on in.
Hi, Lori. So
Good morning, Cave Creek, Kiwi.
Good morning. We are going to
Lori.
leave you in Lori's capable hands here, and she's going to inspire us all. So Janine and I are going to take notes so that we can try doing this later. And take it away, Lori.
All right. Hi,
Good morning,
everybody.
Krista.
So, I love these decoupage papers. I think they're absolutely amazing. I think there's so many different ways of using them. Often in the past, decoupage was you would be just cutting out a little tiny bit of a piece of paper and putting it on, and it might have looked a little more contrived. So there's a couple ways that I really enjoy using them. This one here is started out like this paper here. We are going to have a video of me creating this, but there's this I put on and I really sanded it back. There was a lot of grain in this wood. I actually found this wood in my backyard junk pile. I have one of those, I can't help it. And so I've used decoupage medium to put it on and then sanded it back, and it looks like an old worn painting or wallpaper that has been put on and is aged dramatically, and then just added some embellishments on. The thing to remember with decoupage paper is it comes in this size, and it might not be the right size for you. So think about using paint color to extend. Think about cutting it smaller to fit in little bits. So what I'm using to apply the decoupage with, or the papers with, is Annie Sloan's image transfer medium. And it's a great way to get that stick. You can also finish off with the image transfer medium, or I like to use the lacquer. It's a nice flat, fine finish. This one is matte. You could use gloss if you wanted it to be glossier, but either one is going to give you a really nice durable finish. Actually a little more durable than if you waxed.
So you can wax as well?
You could wax over it.
Yeah.
It's not going to be super durable because then it's still the paper that is at the surface.
I see.
This is going to give you a real barrier over top of it.
Good morning, Sally.
So today we are going to work on this little treat. It's mid-century modern. I actually found it at Value Village for $5.99.
What?
Yeah. With my husband, and I'm like, I need this, and he's like, I'm like, yes, please carry it. It didn't look like this to start. I painted it in Athenian black. I've just left this because I love the wood. I'm going to sand it a little bit and dark wax the front of it. But, you know, we often do white and pretty in here, but I just wanted to show an example of something maybe a little more masculine done with Annie Sloan products. So I have painted this. The bottom is waxed. When you're doing decoupage, you do not want to put wax where you are decoupaging, okay? That's important. Wax is always last. So I've decided that we're going to use this piece, which I think is great. It kind of mimics it, the orangey of the paper to the wood of the drawer.
Nice.
Yeah.
You always do that so well. You put your colors together so well.
So this is an example of my piece of paper is too big for the top of my table. So I'm just going to look a little bit at what I actually want to be on the...
Good morning, Carlings. Good morning, Tammy.
So I'd like this part of the writing to be on the tabletop.
I love it.
So I'm just lining it up a little bit, and then I'm just going to crease it a little bit so I know what I've chosen. Now, this is a really important key if you walk away from anything today. Do not cut your crease lines. You'll never get it on there, and it'll look super, like you just cut out a piece of paper, and you want this to look like it's a piece of the furniture, not a cut out piece of paper. So I'm cutting out with about an inch around my...
Well, I'm interested in this. I'm like, now what are you going to do?
So we're going to keep this because that could be amazing somewhere.
Yeah, those pieces.
It's amazing how durable really these, like you think tissue paper, you think that anything you're going to do is just going to rip it, but it's amazingly,
Oh, good.
yeah.
Lori, thank you so much for doing this morning. I am so excited to see how this is going to work out, and I'm sure everyone watching is like, what is she going to
Does
do?
that mean I can have an extra long lunch?
Morning, Cat Food and Susan.
I've poured my lacquer into a little container.
Is that your lacquer or your image transfer?
Sorry, my image transfer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, thank you.
Yeah.
This is early for me. I live quite far away from the store. I love it so much I travel every morning to get it. So I've just got a little chip brush that I'm going to use to apply it. So you want to start on one side.
Does it matter which direction you put that stuff on? Like, can it go crisscross or?
It can go any which way.
All right, it's just about getting it on, really.
Yeah, and
okay.
so you want full coverage. And I like to, I wouldn't go all out here. I want a pretty crisp line here. And it's important to...
You're not going to do the whole thing?
No.
Oh.
No. How would I get the whole thing on in one shebang, right?
Okay.
Oh,
It's going to be a hard thing to do. So...
I'm glad I didn't start a project last night because it would not have went well. This is good.
I'm going to put this on and just lay it down. Now, as soon as this paper, think about how delicate this paper is. It's going to start stretching as soon as you put it down. So I've got a little piece of plastic.
Oh.
And that's what I'm going to rub my creases out with because that's not pulling the paper.
Right.
And this is a little tippy trick from Miss Candace over here.
Ah.
So you want to make sure that there's no bubbles in here. Now I'm pulling this back, and I'm going to pull it a little bit further back than what the decoupage is on.
Right.
And
oh my gosh, I'm learning so much, you guys. I hope you are too. This is amazing.
Going back over the line a bit, right?
Yeah.
I got a little bit of, I don't want...
yeah. A bristle.
A bristle.
It is early. Huh.
Morning, Kathy Newman.
Good morning, everyone. And I mean, this is incredible. I'm sure there's going to be lots of people who watch this later on as well. And as Janine mentioned, if you have any questions, just put them in the comments after the video. And I'm sure everyone's going to run in today to get these papers.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
Can you come up close here? This is not bubbles. This is the paper stretching. So as it dries, it's going to flatten out a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's always a scary.
Oh, this little
looks-
bubble.
the wrinkles?
Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
It's always a
I
little
just
bit of
thought
a
it was
scary
part of
thing
the-
initially, but when it dries, it does go away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, and like,
But could you, if you wanted to, Lori, could you like just leave it with all the wrinkles and make it look like
Yes.
an old piece?
I love doing
Me
that.
too.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Okay. But in this piece, no.
Yeah.
We're
Well,
looking for more of a
This is
streamline.
more of a flat
Yeah.
furniture finish than
Right.
that one per se. That
Yeah.
one just like, let's get it on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's get. Oh no, that's one song.
Oh, no.
So if you're finding that this is a bit thick for you too, you can certainly add a little bit of water into your image transfer medium.
Oh, you can.
Yeah.
Does
Oh.
it dry pretty quickly?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Good morning to Bill and Frida Realty.
Good
Thanks for
morning,
joining us.
everyone. Yeah.
We are decoupaging with Lori.
Yes, we are lucky enough to have Lori come in this morning and show us these papers because she is so creative. Talking about being creative, we also have our lovely Candace here who does a live Candace's Craft Corner every second Thursday.
Yeah.
So you did something yesterday, and that is also saved on our IGTV and YouTube channels. So if you guys are loving the crafts and DIY, you may want to tune into that as well.
We have lots of fun.
Yeah.
So I picked it up there and put it back down, but
Yeah.
if you've got something way back here, just leave it.
Yeah.
Just
Don't
enjoy
try
it.
to remove it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love it already.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what you're going to do with the edges.
So I do have some wrinkles here that will stay, but you know, this actually looks almost like leather.
It
That's
does,
what I
yeah.
thought.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I actually really love it. So that's that.
Wow.
Super quick, super easy.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, that was easy
Yeah.
actually. Yeah.
So
Right.
now we're gonna trim it.
Okay.
So I'm taking, this is the thickest of the
Course.
sandpaper
The coarsest?
courses that Annie
Yeah.
has. So we're just gonna go with the edges.
Oh,
Actually, I want to go with a little,
more grit.
and you just sand down. Don't sand this way. Don't go back and forth.
And it just cuts it.
And it's cutting it.
Oh.
It works better if you let it dry a little bit more, because if it's wet like this is, it's like here it pulled
Oh, I
a
see.
little bit.
Yeah.
But I'm like, oh, I love that.
Well, every piece kind of creates itself as it goes, right? You have to be
Yeah.
open for that.
For sure.
So that
It's a perfect
is
edge.
giving you a
Yeah.
lovely edge, right?
Oh yeah. Like you would have never been able to line that up.
Can you
You're
see
right.
that, Candace?
You
Or
can't cut that.
you want
No.
to turn the piece, or there we go.
So when you see all the little bits of paper on the floor, I'm giving myself away that I didn't sweep up. You're like, what is all this? Oh, Lori's been crafting this.
Morning, Funky's Junk.
Oh, good morning.
I just love how those numbers pop with the black on the base of this
Yeah.
piece.
You
It's
picked
so
the perfect
beautiful.
paper, Lori.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, you can have an idea, but come in the store, choose a paper, and then choose your color that you want to go with it. This was such an inexpensive project. The table cost $6.
Yeah.
This paper is $10.
Right.
And then you use whatever whatever you've got, a little bit of the Annie Sloan paint you've got at home, or get a little tester pot and some image transfer, which lasts forever, and you're golden.
Yep. Thanks for joining Lavender and Rose Decor. And just if you're joining now, again, any questions, any comments that you put in now, type them in again when it's over so that we can see them. And Lori is using the new decoupage papers that we have in the store and creating this beautiful look on this little side table.
So the papers that we have, we looked around a lot to find the right paper for you guys, our customer. We really took into account cost because there's papers out there that are 4 times as much as this and are exactly the same.
Oh wow.
There's papers that are out of almost like a rice paper, and it is almost, you put it on and it almost has a fabricy feel to it. So I just really appreciated these ones. I appreciated all the different patterns in it, and so we've gone with this one, and we hope you enjoy it as much as we do.
So, Lori, you're putting this on wood. Can it go on glass?
Oh yeah.
Could it go on like a book cover?
Oh, think how beautiful that would be if you.
It's anything you could decoupage, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, look at that. It's not even finished and it looks amazing.
Beautiful.
That's fantastic.
Now, will that glue dry clear?
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna go over it with the lacquer.
For right now, so the best thing to do is to let it dry.
Yeah.
Right.
Because then all your little bits will go down. I'm going to just show how I'm going to go over it.
Okay.
I'm going to use the image transfer medium to
Okay.
do that.
Okay.
But that's going to seal in these ridges. But I really like it. I think it looks like leather.
Yeah, that's
It's amazing.
So when you're doing
What do
your
you guys
project-
think?
Cave Creek says, what great tips. Yeah,
when
Lori's
you're doing
amazing.
your project, consider as you go along, like let it morph and change, right? You start with one idea.
Oh, it's still a shadow. Well, I have.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it must dry clear because
Yeah.
it's.
Yeah.
So, have you waxed the chalk paint on that table yet?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
The sides, yeah.
Yeah.
The sides, yeah. But you didn't do the top. Because you cannot put this on a wax surface, is that correct?
No, you don't want to do that.
Okay. What if it's lacquered? Can you put it on top of that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
So if you had a piece that you had painted and waxed before,
Yeah.
you could either give it just a coat of paint on top or sand it back.
Add something like this. I could just put it right over top.
Or even just like a wood dresser.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
non-painted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be stunning. So again, you're going back and forth, so you're not crisscrossing or anything.
I'm trying to keep it a little more linear on
Right.
my final.
Get ready,
if
Diane.
If you like watch your edges here, so if you, it's easy to get bubbles at the edge, and then you just poke your brush bristles up underneath and get a little glue in there.
So how long will this take to dry?
I'm gonna say it's gonna 20 minutes,
Oh,
maybe
Pretty
less,
quick.
Yeah, it's pretty quick.
right? You can
That's
always
incredible.
force with the hairdryer, right? super quick and fast. This project start to finish took maybe an hour.
You can actually already see that white dissipating,
Yeah.
and as it dries off, it's going to be beautiful and clear.
Yeah.
So good.
Amazing. So we hope you guys, we learned a lot.
We did.
We're like, "Whoa." Yeah. Some people think we sit and craft here all day, but we don't. And so these opportunities are so fun, and we love that we're sharing them with you. And we also love work that you guys are doing out there, and that just brings us joy. It's probably just as much as you're getting out of it. So these new decoupage papers, there's lots different ones to choose from, lots of different colors, and you need some custom art, you can go for it. Lori does do our home decor consultations, and she'll come into your home and help you do whatever it is that you need to help you create a beautiful life, choose colors and furniture placement and all that sort of thing. And she is multi-talented, so thanks, Lori. Next week we are going to have Amber here. So next week